Hey everybody, it's Gary. It's Thursday night. It's the opening weekend of Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. And if you clicked on this video, you're either already going to go see the movie and you just want to watch some kind of spoiler-free review to kind of like ramp you up, get you ready, and without spoiling anything, or maybe you're just deciding if you need to go see this movie at all. I think I can help on both accounts there. And so this is my spoiler-free initial thoughts of the film. I don't really want to call it a review because a review would have to start giving away all this information, and I really don't want to do that. So just a very quick thing about me, a little context. I'm a longtime Ghostbuster fan, born in 82, grew up with the two movies from the 80s, and I loved the cartoons. I had all the toys. Afterlife came out, and it just touched like all the right nostalgic feels, and it was so like respectful of the Ghostbusters story, and with Harold Ramis obviously not being around anymore, but honoring the Egon Spengler character and telling this whole story with the Spengler family. So when I find out that there's going to be another one, and the Firehouse is now back on the menu, and they're going back to New York, and I'm just really excited about this movie going in, much like potentially you are watching. So here's what I can tell you, all right? If you're like me, if you're like that longtime Ghostbuster fan, it's going to touch all that nostalgia all over again. Maybe not quite in the same way as Afterlife, because we've already been there, we've already done that, but you have, the nostalgia of being back in the Firehouse and being back in New York. Of course, the legacy cast is back, and they are involved in the movie. Thankfully, a little bit longer than Afterlife, which is very, very nice. And I don't think that would be classified as a spoiler, would it? I don't think so. And basically, it will touch all the nostalgic feels. There's lots of little nooks and crannies throughout the movie, little Easter eggs that, of course, I can't tell you, because then that would also guaranteed to be a spoiler, so I won't do that. But there was just a lot there, and that kind of goes into my one con of the film. And I hope that those of you that watch this and then you go watch the movie, I hope you come back and tell me if you agree or disagree down in the comments below, of course. And that is that I feel like this movie was a little too long. Now, the runtime, I think technically is about the same as Afterlife, give or take a couple of minutes. And I just felt with this story, now I felt the story was complete. I didn't necessarily have a problem with the story itself. I feel like they tied up, every kind of loose end that they could within the story. But I felt like they just gave us a little too much of the story. It's kind of like, they're kind of just like hitting you left and right with this and that and this and that. And, normally you would thank that, you would honor that, you would be, you'd be grateful to get so much context in a movie. How many movies have you watched where it's just like this rushed mess and you're like, all right, what's the point of this? I believe that Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, the story is a good story, but they're telling you so much of it. So much so that when it gets to the climax of the film, okay, that's all I can say about it. The climax of the film, I'm sitting there like, oh, wait, we're at the end of the movie here. Like, my brain had not like caught up to the fact that we were already at the end, because I'm still like, as I'm watching the movie, and I want to go watch it again just to kind of see if I feel the same way about it twice. But that is like, I want to go back and watch it and see if it hits me the same way, to the point of where like they're giving you so much information, your brain's trying to catch up. You don't even realize it's the end of the movie, and these 2 hours have flown by. I mean, this movie went by very quickly, despite me just saying it was too long. It's just too long in the sense of the way that they told this story. They probably could have trimmed it down to about an hour 40, maybe somewhere in that range. I feel like we still would have gotten enough of the story to tell, and everybody would have been on the same page, and you could do exactly everything they did in the movie. I wouldn't really change anything about that per se. The ghost busting and all that stuff, and all the chaos through New York City. It's a lot of cool visuals. If you're one of those people that just likes to go to like, okay, so let me talk to the person now that's not the big Ghostbusters fan. If you like kind of like, like a lot of action, a lot of just like, sensory overload. There's just like so much cool stuff. I think you will enjoy this movie, kind of like it's kind of the way that movies are made nowadays. It's kind of like with the Fast and the Furious, where like, they got to like 8, 9, and 10, and they're just so out of this world, like you're sending cars to space, like just like crazy. Like, turn off your brain and just watch all the crazy action and all the lights and the sounds whooshing by you and all that. If you like that kind of stuff, you're going to enjoy this movie. If you don't, you're probably going to be the type that's not going to enjoy this movie. But if you're like me and you're a diehard Ghostbuster, I really believe that you will enjoy the movie. I think there'll be enough nostalgia in it for you. Just being back in New York and the firehouse alone, to me, is what did it for me. But all in all, I will say I still recommend it. And I really wouldn't tell anybody other than the folks who just don't like if you're not a Ghostbuster fan and you don't like a lot of action, you're probably going to be bored with this movie. But if you meet the other criteria, I think this is an experience that you will enjoy, and I think you should go see it. Take some friends and have a good time. Go get one of those cool traps. I don't have it with me because I bought it yesterday, but I went to one of the Regals and bought one of those little ghost trap things. And AMC, actually, which is where I saw the movie, they had a different version of the trap, but the Regal one is better priced, but it doesn't light up, but it's okay. I don't even know why we're going here with the trap now. But, grab your friends, go grab one of those big traps filled with all the popcorn, and go have some fun. I think it's still a good movie. I do want to go see it again. I want to see if I feel the same way twice, but I just remember we're getting to the end, and I'm like, wait, are we really already at the end? Like, my brain just wasn't caught up with it yet because there was just so much storytelling going on that I felt like it just dragged out a little bit. And I still love the Ghostbusters. I hope that maybe there could be another one, perhaps. We'll have to see how this one does and if they want to continue the franchise. But I don't know. Let me end it right here. Let's continue this conversation down in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree if you saw the movie? If you haven't seen the movie, go watch it. Come back. Tell me all about it. And thanks for watching.